Hey guys, so we talked a little bit last week about the importance of sleep and how to ensure that you get enough. But other than the very important listening to our bodies, how do we really know that the strategies that we're implementing are helping? So there's lots of great tech tools out in the market these days to help track our sleep. But one of the ones that we've been following and using for the past 3 or 4 months is called the Oura Ring. So let's look at a couple things that the Oura Ring does. So first of all, it tracks sleep. Now, no surprises here, but what is a surprise is the level of accuracy that the Oura Ring can track. Out of the sleep trackers on the market these days, Oura Ring tests closest to an actual sleep lab and breaks your sleep down into deep sleep, REM sleep, light sleep, and awake time. And to do this, Oura Ring uses constant heart rate variability, temperature, and movement tracking to give you a number of how well you've slept. The second is heart rate variability, or HRV. And we've talked about this number quite a bit in the past because we feel it's a very, very important number to have access to. So long story, very, very short, HRV is the space in between your heartbeats, but really gives you a good snapshot of how your nervous system is responding to stress and how well your body has recovered. So the Oura Ring also has an activity tracker, and it uses a 3D accelerometer to monitor your activity during the day. And finally, it has a readiness score that combines all of the above information to give you a number that kind of indicates how well your body has recovered and gives you some insight on how you should be training or how you should be working out that day. So let's look at a few things that we really liked about the Oura Ring. It gave us some surprising insight into our sleep habits. For example, for myself, I was surprised how long I needed to be in bed to get the ideal amount of sleep time. We really liked that it was a minimal effort to use the ring, as long as you don't mind wearing a ring. It was easy to sleep with, and it was very easy to do activity and exercise with as well. We really liked the ability to be able to test different strategies. So again, for myself personally, I found that meals late into the evening really did affect the quality of my sleep, whereas blue light didn't really affect me that much. Now, my colleagues used different strategies and had very different results, which was neat to compare. So maybe it wouldn't be a big surprise to most, but we found it gave some really good insight into how much of our day we actually do spend sitting. So we really like that we're able to do HRV tracking without having to use a heart rate monitor strap. Now, as you know, we're big fans of heart rate variability. So the Oura Ring makes it super easy to get that number when you wake up in the morning. So let's just look at a few things that maybe we didn't like so much about the Oura Ring. So many people that we talked to found that the ring was a little bit bulky. Now, we actually really liked this feature of the ring because it led to conversations with our patients about the importance of sleep, but it does have a pretty big size because of the battery. Now, the great thing is that generation 2 of this ring, which we'll talk about later, has made it substantially smaller. So our concern often with tech tools is that they can just be a bunch of numbers if we don't actually know what to do with the numbers. Now, even though this generation of the Oura Ring had some good feedback on the app, we always would love to see more. Now, a great thing again, they've listened to some of this feedback, and the new generation of the ring apparently will have a lot more feedback. So as we've alluded to earlier, Oura has just recently announced they're about to launch a whole new version of the Oura Ring, and we're pretty excited to get our hands on one to be able to try. Now, some of the upgrades include a much smaller ring size, improved battery time up to 7 days, more memory, enhanced activity tracking, and wireless charging. So the new rings won't be available till April 2018, but they are available for pre-order now. And for those interested, we do have a code. If you use the code SOULFIT, you do receive $100 US off your purchase of the new ring. So like any new tech gear, it's so important to have the numbers work for you, opposed to being a slave to the numbers. And what we really liked about the Oura Ring was that it allowed us to be able to test strategies to be able to ensure that we get the best sleep possible. Thanks so much for listening, guys. We'd love to hear back from you as always. If you have any new questions or comments about anything that we've talked about, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep on top of any new videos that we have coming out.